Okay, boys and girls, what we have here is my 1900 Lodge Shipley metal lathe. The overall length on that is just about 10 feet, a little over 9.5, well, over 9.5 feet. If you get up there to that pulley on the back end of that transmission. Actually, that'd be the front end of that transmission. Yeah, I got a truck transmission on there. I don't know what kind that is. Maybe somebody will identify that. I don't know. It's an old one. It's a big one. It's 4-speed. Yeah, 10 foot from the bearing on the front of that tranny back to this end here. It's heavy. I unloaded it out of the truck with my my tractor there. That one back tire on the tractor was about 2 foot up in the air. So it was carrying it on 3 wheels. It didn't tip it over, but it tipped it up pretty good. I don't know how these things are measured, like I said, but from here to back, as far back as this slides, it's about, gives it about a 5-foot bed there, I guess. That's how you say that. I don't know anything about metal lathes. Oh, I can throw a, I can throw something in there and take down a shaft, or I can face a piece of material or whatever and set the bed up, and do that. But I'm not a machinist. Mr. Donald R. Gossett, if you haven't looked at his channel, check him out. He calls himself a hobbyist, but he knows what he's doing. He's quite a machinist, and he could tell he could tell me everything about this. And if I still have it next summer, I hope one day you stop by, Don, and if you're out running around and get up in this country, sure would love to have you stop by. And maybe I'll still have this thing, and maybe you could explain some things to me, give me some pointers. I don't know, right now I have it up for sale. It takes up a lot of space, and I don't know enough about it to justify owning it. It was one of those things I just had to have it. You know how that goes? Okay, this lathe, I thought it was broken, but it's not. A couple of bolts had worked loose on the inside of that holds this onto that shaft. It's not exactly centered. It's working okay. I'm going to get that turned around here, and I'll just let this camera roll, and you guys can skip forward or just turn this off or whatever, but there's a hole here in this drum, this step-down drum, and there's a set screw in there, and you can take that off and take this bearing loose and slide that drum off there, and then get a dial indicator and set it up there, which I don't have. I should have if I'm going to have this thing and use it, and then get this exactly centered on that shaft and tighten the bolts down. It's just a little bit off. I was just kind of doing it by eyeball and however I could last night. I do have this thing listed on Craigslist right now for sale. Before you start asking me how much I want for it, make sure that you're close enough to come pick it up if you want to buy it. My zip code is 98801. It's a neat old rig, and I'd hate to see it go to the scrapper. I don't know enough about a lathe to really justify owning it. Like I said, I don't need it that often. When I need it, man, I really need a lathe. When you need one, you really need it. And then the rest of the time, the rest of the year, it sits here and collects dust, and things start getting piled up on it. It comes with a lot of tooling that I know nothing about, all kinds of goodies. It's complete, and it works. Here's those old start windings in that motor. But anyway, the noise you hear is that pulley back there. Not a big deal, but everything's true on it. You can throw it into gear, and then it's got 11 settings, which I believe are the speed of this gear. And then of course you've got your live feed, forward and reverse. There it goes. And as I said, you can adjust the speed on that. And there's your neutral, and there's your reverse on the live feed. Back it out. Okay. guess that's about it, really. You've seen it run. Yeah, last patent on it was February 13th, 1900. It's just kind of cool. It's got all this old brass on it. This is brass, and this is plates brass, and I'm running out of battery, so it's a sign from God that I'm supposed to shut this video down. All right. I appreciate y'all watching, and I know some of you are kind of interested in getting a look at this thing, so there you have it. 1900 Lodge Shipley. Sometimes I have I list something for sale, and then I start having a panic attack and separation anxiety, and I run in and kill the ad real quick before before I have to let something go. It's just terrible. It's terrible to be a hoarder. All right, see y'all later. Bye.